Good morning, first grade. I hope that we have a great, productive day today. For today, we're going to start off with Team Champion, Team Key, turning math books to page 314. For today's math lesson, we basically be recalling before and after before and after numbers by tens, and also you'll be able to work with different measurements, identifying how much is a gallon equal, how much is a quart equal to, how much is a pint equal to. Okay, let's start off with number one. Number one wants us to find the before and after numbers by 10. So, here they give us the first one for us. Notice what I underlined was the numbers in the tens place. Because that's the numbers that will be changing. Okay? 135, 145, 155. Let's look at 111. Notice I underlined the number, that one in the tens place, because that's the number that we will be changing. Okay? So, we have 101. 101, 111, 121. Let's go with this one. Notice I underlined the 7 because it's 7 in the tens place. So what comes before 173 but by 10? 163, good job. 163, 173, and then you have to figure out what comes after by 10. That's how you solve number one. Then let's move on to number two. All right, let's look at the word problem that we do have here. We're dealing with birds, okay? So it says a female cardinal usually lays 4 pale green eggs, and an oriole lays 5 whitest eggs. A woodpecker lays 4 white eggs. How many eggs all did the 3 birds lay? So let's go back to the beginning. A female cardinal usually lays 4 pale eggs. So you all know what to do. Underline 4, and the oriole lays 5. Underline that number 5. And go to the next sentence. A woodpecker lays 4 white eggs. And we all know this is an addition problem. How many in all? So the plus sign, plus, equal. So whatever the answer to 4 plus 5 plus 4 is, 4 plus 5 plus 4, that will tell you how many eggs in all that these 3 birds laid. And of course, we put the answer here and there, okay? Okay? So remember again, go over 4 pale green eggs from the first bird. The second bird laid 5 eggs, and then the last bird laid 4. You add them all together. All right, let's go to the next problem. So the next problem tells us a scrub jay is 12 inches long. A chipping sparrow is only 5 inches long. How much longer is the scrub jay than the chipping sparrow? So just like we did the other problem, word problem, you will find those number words and place them down, write them down. And also, this is a subtraction problem, okay? So you're subtracting, okay? So you subtract the scrub jay from the chipping sparrow, and that will give you your answer. Now, let's move on to number 4. Number 4 wants you to write the combination to what your teacher says. So let's begin with letter A. Letter A is 7 plus 5. Letter A is 7 plus 5. Letter B is 11 minus 4. Letter B is 11 minus 4. Letter C is 12 minus 6. Letter C, 12 minus 6. Letter D is 9 plus 3. Letter D, 9 plus 3. Letter E, 11 minus 7. Letter E, 11 minus 7. And letter F, 4 plus 6 minus 3. Letter F, 4 plus 6 minus 3. Now let's look at number 5. Number 5 looks very similar. I feel like we worked on that before, maybe for our most recent Zoom session. Now number 5 basically asks us how much is the gallon worth and how much is the quart worth. So I'm going to put the conversions on the board, and we're going to try to decide. We're going to work with a gallon. So is a gallon worth 4 pints? Notice the pints are smaller, or 4 quarts. What do you think? What 4 items together will give you 1 gallon? That is correct. 4 quarts will equal 1 gallon. So you bubble in 4 quarts. Now, as you move on to now, we're trying to figure out how much does 1 quart equal. Because we do know 4 quarts equal 1 gallon. But how much does 1 quart equal? As you move on, is 1 quart equal to 2 pints or 2 cups? Is 1 quart equal to 2 pints or 2 cups? You will bubble in that answer. Let's flip the page over to 315. Now, as you flip the page over, it says write the correct answer. Notice, it says 543 has blank how many hundreds. So it tells you what place to look in, the hundreds place. And we know this right there is a 100 place. So 543 has how many hundreds? It was the number 5 is there. So we will write 5. Let's look at the next one. It says 878 has how many tens? So you have to know your place. Notice this is a ones place, tens place, hundreds place. So whatever place they ask you, that's where you will write your answer. Let's move on to the next one, number 2. Number 2 wants us to write the before and after numbers. This time is by 2. The last problem was by 10. This time we are writing it by 2. Okay, so let's look at 124. It's the first problem we're going to work on. So what comes before 124 but by 2? What number do you think? 122. Good job. So if we have 122, 124, 126. Awesome. Now let's look at 232. What comes before 232 but by 2's? 230. Good job. So 230, 232, and then you have to figure out that number comes behind but by 2. That's how you solve that problem. Let's move on to number 3. Number 3 wants you to write the sums. So here I'm adding 503 plus 475. Let's begin in the ones place. 5 plus 3. We know that is 8. That is 8. Next, 0 plus 7. We add the next one to 7. So that's 7. And then 5 plus 4. That answer is 9. So 503 plus 475. That answer will give you 978. And lastly, as we move to number 4, it says circle 1/2 dozen birds. So you have to think, what number is half a dozen? 1/2 dozen. As you remember, a dozen is 12 and 1/2 dozen is 6. So you should be circling 6 birds.